Alright. I hope that big buzzing thing didn't stay inside, because we're going to get moving here. The deal is that I could continue up this road to get to the top of Babbitt Peak, but as you are about to see, well, actually you won't see it because I'm not going to face that way. There is a tower house dwelling thing. Oh, I just realized I didn't get a photo of this with my phone. I should do that. But it has people in it, and I think there's a dog as well, and I don't trust either of those. So, instead of risking the wrath of someone who wants to be left alone... Ooh, that's an ugly sound I just made. That's... Probably earned some new stripes for the rear hatch lid by doing that. Yeah, I definitely did. So now we're going to go back toward Reno, and the thing is, I'm down to 3/8 of a tank, which is not a concern because I would be able to get back on that much regardless, unless I burned a lot of gas driving this road. Also, imagine having this as your driveway. This would be horrific. But the thing is, that was uphill. I just drove many miles off-road, uphill, in four-wheel drive, negotiating obstacles such as these. So, since we're now going downhill and using essentially no throttle to do any of this, the engine's just going to be idling the whole time. And it hasn't taken me as long as I thought it would, so we should be fine. Fine enough that I should be able to record the entire drive out of here with the hour and 14 minutes of video recording space that I have left on the card right now. Oh, I took the other route to do this the first time. But yeah, I'm really curious whether that structure there was, is a tourist attraction. I doubt it, because there's someone in it already. Or if that's where someone lives, or if it's an observatory, or what. But also, look at that view. That's the St. Pete Reservoir, I believe. And so if I continue going south this way, like after I get back onto the roads I've been on before, I can theoretically continue south to Verdi. But I don't know that route, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to go that way. But oh dear, hang on. That was the GoPro case falling onto the floor, and I don't want that to happen ever again, because this stuff is expensive. So, let me just grab that stuff off of the ground, put it back into the case, and zip up the case. Alright. We are now fine to continue. I'm actually going to do something else while I'm stopped and take my keys and such things out of my pocket because they are very uncomfortable. Okay. I can now sit flat on the seat, and we will continue moving slowly. This isn't exactly rock crawling properly, but it's a very rocky road. And the rocks are big. They're not big enough that I'm actually going to risk any damage. But I checked when I was going over the biggest one on the road. I looked out over, I looked out of my window to see how much clearance I had, and there was still plenty. So, as long as I choose my approach in a reasonably smart way, I should be just fine. Now that we're facing downhill, it's telling me that I have significantly more than 3/8, almost a half tank. So the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. was concentrating on driving too much. I just didn't think about it. Occurred to me that the freshest tire tracks on this road are now my own, so I can follow my previous line pretty much exactly. This is about as good as I think this road is going to get. Like, they'll never be able to keep this as a flat dirt surface. Not that they would want to, because there's so little traffic and there's no reason to do it. But even if they wanted to, this is just such rocky ground that it's always going to be like this, I think. Here are obviously absolutely amazing, but I can't help but think that some of you would not find a drive like this worth it, where you're on a road like this for, 40 minutes plus, just getting bumped and thrown around all the time, and the only person having any fun is the driver. And I do find this fun, but I would find it more fun if I was using somebody else's vehicle to do it. Signposts and signs aren't graffitied or shot, and they're completely unmolested. There's no traffic going through. Because even this is California, right? So you'd think there would be a lot less shooting debris and stuff like that. But even at that spot where I pulled over to take the first panorama, where there was the beautiful tree and the woodpeckers and the stream and all that stuff, even there were shell caps or ends, and I'm very close to the right edge of this, and I don't really want to be, so I'm going to change my line again. Here we go. That's better. Suspect that since the Xterra can do this even with a relatively brainless approach. This is that rock, by the way, the really huge one. Let's see if I scrape it going this way. Nope, nothing. Anyway, I suspect that the Grand Cherokee or any similar 4x4 would be able to do just as well. Although, the Xterra does have the advantage that driving on terrain like this is, if it twists the frame, it's not a big deal because it's a body-on-frame vehicle. So you're not gonna, total it because the frame is twisted. You just get it straightened and you're fine. Which is not, like, a small deal, but it's not, like, end of the world level either. Whereas for a unibody vehicle like the Grand Cherokee, it would be the end of the world. And that might total it. Hey, little guy. There was, like, a chipmunk or something on the right side. On a road like this that's really just doable in a two-wheel drive vehicle with high clearance, I have obviously not needed for low or to lock the differential or anything like that. Although I suspect that if this road were wet, there would be a very different story that I am telling to you right now. I'm also mildly disappointed that I haven't seen any bears. I mean, black bears are basically giant raccoons, right? Well, at home, you see raccoons all the time. So you would think that in the mountains where nobody ever comes by, well, actually, the fact that nobody ever comes by is a factor that makes me think that the bears would actually flee at the slightest foreign sound. Yeah, but then if this is someone's driveway, maybe they would be acclimated to it. Who knows? Either way, I kind of wanted to see a bear. From within the car, of course. I've seen enough bears in my lifetime already that when I was not in a car or otherwise in a safe position, I think it took about 6 months off my lifespan in total. So I'm not really eager to get back into that. What's this? A smooth road? I think I actually saw a car up that branch over there. That branch road off to the side. I thought I saw a vehicle. Which wouldn't be too crazy. Except for the fact that today is Tuesday, so nobody who is actually actively working a 9 to 5 is going to be doing this kind of thing. We're driving on these roads. Yeah, the gas gauge has absolutely not budged since I've done this whole downhill thing. Isn't this pastoral? I like this bit.